Most people think more streams mean more money. What if I told you it's not that simple? Stick around and I'll break it all down for you. Imagine Spotify as a big company that makes money in different ways, mostly from people paying to listen to music. When someone buys a subscription to Spotify, let's say it costs $10 a month. Spotify doesn't just take all that money and give it straight to the artists. It has a lot of costs to cover first. They need to pay their employees, keep their app working smoothly, pay taxes and do other business stuff. After all these costs, what's left over is what they use to pay the artists. But it's not that simple. Let me explain step by step how they decide how much money goes to each artist. First, Spotify makes what we call a money pool for every country. A money pool is like a big pot of money. So let's say people in the United States, France and India all pay for Spotify, because people in each country might pay different amounts, like $10 in the US, €10 in France and maybe $2 in India. Each country has its own pot of money. The value of the subscription in each country also changes when you compare it to dollars. So the money pool in the US will be bigger than in India because people are paying more money overall. Now, inside each country's money pool, the money gets divided again. Why? Because not everyone pays the same amount for Spotify. Some people might have a family plan, some have a student plan, which is cheaper, and some people use the content-free version, free with ads. Then there are special deals, like if someone is using a plan that comes with their phone service, like Deezer might have a deal with Orange. So there are smaller money pools for regular subscriptions, family accounts, where a few people share one plan, student accounts, which are cheaper, ad-supported free accounts, where you listen to ads, special partnerships, like with phone companies. Each of these groups has its own pot of money that's separate from the others. Once all the money is put into the right pots, the next step is to figure out how much each stream is worth. A stream is when someone listens to a song. To find out how much to pay for each stream, Spotify looks at each money pool and counts how many total streams there were in that pool. Then they divide the money in the pool by the number of streams. For example, if the student account pool in the US has $100,000 and there were 10 million streams, each stream from a student account would be worth 1 cent. Here's something important. Every month, the amount of money paid for a specific stream changes. Why? Because the number of streams and the number of subscribers in each pool can change every month. If more people are streaming and there are more streams in a pool, the value of each stream might go down. If there are fewer streams, each stream might be worth more. A lot of people think that the money an artist makes depends on where the listener is streaming from, like if they use a VPN, a way to change your internet location. But that's not how it works. The money pool is based on where the listener's subscription is from, not where they are streaming from. For example, if someone in France has a Spotify account and travels to China and they listen to your song there, the stream is still counted as coming from France on your report. It's all about where the person bought their subscription and how much they pay for it, not where they're listening from. Now, this is how it works for about 90% of music platforms like Spotify, Deezer, and Apple Music. But some platforms are trying something different. Take SoundCloud, for example. They use what's called fan-centered royalties. Instead of all the money going into big pools and then being divided, SoundCloud takes the money that a listener spends and pays it directly to the artists they listen to. So, if a fan only listens to one artist, their subscription money goes mostly to that one artist. This method is more direct and some people think it's fairer, especially for smaller artists who have very loyal fans. So, as you can see, figuring out how much an artist gets paid per stream isn't simple at all. It depends on where the listener is from, what kind of subscription they have, and how many streams there are in each money pool. That's why you might hear different numbers for how much a stream is worth. It's not the same for everyone, and it changes all the time. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If you're eager to dive deeper into how to maximize your earnings and uncover effective money-making strategies, join our community on Discord. Click the link below to become a premium member of the Big Fish Society and start making money today.